Okay, I am live here on Facebook, and this is pretty cool. Okay, I've only done this once before. I'm David Kinder, and I'm really happy to be here. This is a chance for me to get back in touch with the people who I personally know, um, because I have a feeling that everybody who I know, they know I'm in the insurance and financial services business, but they don't know why, or even more importantly, they don't know what that I do that can actually make an impact for them. They might even think, you know what, you sell this stuff for people who want it, maybe help them save some money. It's such a lower way of thinking, and unfortunately, until recently, I didn't know how to communicate my true value so that people could get a sense of exactly the value that I can bring for a relationship. And so I wanted that chance to share that very briefly this morning. Also, we're going to talk about, are you in the 1%, 5%, or 10% of taxpayers? And the reason I'll bring that up. And so let me talk about what I do, because what I do is very different from most of the rest of our industry. I'm in the insurance and financial services business. But the reason I do it is because I believe in championing the individual to help them maximize their potential and to remove the barriers that keep them from realizing that potential in their lives. And what I do is I help people to become the primary beneficiary of their life's work and of their financial retirement planning. Unfortunately, the way financial planning has taught us, traditional financial planning, is that you're going to be paid sixth in California of out of all the money that you have saved. Sixth. While the banks, the financial institutions, Wall Street, and especially the Internal Revenue Service, they have their hands in your money before you do. And so, what I want to do is I want to teach business owners and the American taxpayer how financial planning works and how wealth truly works so that we can help you turn that around so that you're not going to be paid sixth. We can help you be the primary beneficiary of your life's work. We can help you to perhaps double, maybe even triple your after tax retirement income. And depending on how we get this going for you, we could even help you to retire without even filing a tax return. Now, I have no idea if I can do this for every single person who might pay attention. However, would you like to see what that might look like? And that is the invitation that I would extend. So it's so much more meaningful than, oh, here's some advice, here's some mutual funds, here's some stock advice, or here's some insurance to protect you just in case. So much more than that. And being able to bring the magic of synergy of what I know, how I can help you, how I bring in the tax code, it's magical. Now, real quick, let's go back to the topic here. Who's in the top 1% of income earners in the entire country? Now, I have here, this is from the Office of the Chief Actuary of the Social Security Administration. If you don't know what an actuary is someone who only cares about the data, and they have less personality than an accountant. So they are vastly underqualified for tax work. Therefore, they do number crunching. Stick them in a room, make it padded. That's where you'll find the actuaries. The actuaries don't care, don't have any additional motive or anything. All it is here's the data, here's what everything looks like. The top 1% of income earners are earning $250,000 a year plus. Now that's a healthy living, depending on where you live. In New York, that's not much, especially New York City, I should say. San Francisco, still probably not that much. But 250,000 on up, you're in the top 1% of all income taxpayers in the country. Now, what about the top 5%? Obviously, that means that with top 5, you're going to have a lower income bracket, right? Top 5% of income bracket, 135,000 a year. Now let me ask you this. If you are married, you own a home, you're putting some money in a 401k, and you've got a couple of kids. Are you rich? The IRS will probably classify you as rich because of your reported income. How about the top 10%? Yeah, we're going to get a little bit lower of the income, so the top 10%, 100,000. So let me ask you this question. Based on the amount of government spending that has gone on just in the past 3, 4 months, and whether you're on either side, I almost don't care about the politics. This is all about the math. And with the math, how is everything going to add up? And by the way, President Trump, whether he's elected or not, will reelected or not, we'll see what happens. He wants to lower taxes further. And yet we've had this record government spending. Somebody has to pay something somehow. Now you might say, well, David, those are pretty low. Well, what about the people who earn a million plus? Well, I'm going to share with you, according to the Office of the Chief Actuary of Social Security, they're in the top, they're in the top 0.5% of all income earners. There's not enough of them to support the whole rest of our country. So let me ask you this. Does it make sense to defer money, a pile of money, where you cannot calculate the income taxes you owe all the way to the future with a government that does not care about its own fiduciary spending obligations, because it really should have a fiduciary obligation to take care of the American people. Well, it depends on how they look at it, doesn't it? They want to take care of them by spending money to redistribute wealth or just print more money. Or really, they should be more financially solvent, my opinion. Do you want to put your wealth at hostage with people who will keep spending regardless of whether it makes sense or not? And that would be my question for you. And so I'm going to be doing this every week, a quick concept. If you like what I'm talking about, you like the approach of the idea that I can help you be the primary beneficiary of your life's work, and you want to see what that might look like, send me a private message, send me a DM, send me an email. You could go to my Facebook page. I've got so much information on there. However, it's better, don't do the research. Just contact me. And whatever questions you have, I can send you whatever you need to help to bring the clarity that you might need, because this is going to be different. So anyway, I'm going to leave it at that. Thanks for paying attention, and I'm signing off. Thank you, and hopefully I'll hear from you soon.